While you talk about your plans, someone in silence is building the life you dream of. Imagine for a moment, waking up every day with nothing to prove to anyone. No need to explain your plans. No urge to impress. No weight of comparison. Now tell me, why does that feel so far away? The answer might bother you, but it's simple. Because you talk too much and act too little. The modern world trained you for this. To share everything, to expose every idea, to seek validation before you even begin. But the Stoics, they thought differently. They understood something most people today don't. Silence is not weakness. Silence is power. And if you learn to use that power, your life can completely change, even financially. Because poverty doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. And today, you're going to learn 6 silent Stoic habits that can pull you out of poverty, inside and out. One of the biggest traps that keeps a person poor is the constant need for approval. You want to start something new, but first, you need to tell someone. You have an idea, but you need to hear, "That's good," before acting. And in that process, you become dependent. Dependent on other people's opinions. Dependent on external validation. Now be honest, how many times have you quit? Not because it was impossible, but because someone doubted you? The Stoics knew this. That's why they practiced silence, not as isolation, but as strategy. When you stop talking about your plans, you protect your energy. You avoid unnecessary criticism. You avoid envy. You avoid interference. And most importantly, you start acting for yourself. The truth is harsh, but it needs to be said. Those who need to announce everything usually build nothing, while those who build do it in silence. Look at someone who is always busy, but never moves forward. They talk a lot, complain a lot, explain a lot, but produce almost nothing. Now look at someone who is truly growing. They don't show up much. They don't explain everything. They don't justify themselves. Now be honest. How many times have you quit? Not because it was impossible, but because someone doubted you? The Stoics knew this. That's why they practiced silence, not as isolation, but as strategy. When you stop talking about your plans, you protect your energy. You avoid unnecessary criticism. You avoid envy. You avoid interference. And most importantly, you start acting for yourself. The truth is harsh, but it needs to be said. Those who need to announce everything usually build nothing, while those who build do it in silence. Look at someone who is always busy, but never moves forward. They talk a lot, complain a lot, explain a lot, but produce almost nothing. Now look at someone who is truly growing. They don't show up much. They don't explain everything. They don't justify themselves. If you want to escape poverty, learn this now. Not everyone needs to know what you're building. In fact, the fewer people know, the better. Because external noise destroys internal discipline. How many bad decisions have you made on impulse? Said something you regret, spent money you didn't have, reacted without thinking, and then paid the price. Lack of silence creates impulsiveness, and impulsiveness is expensive, very expensive. The Stoics practiced emotional control, and the first step was simple. Stay silent before reacting. When you learn to pause, you begin to master your emotions. And those who master their emotions make better decisions. Better decisions create better results. Most poor people are not poor because of lack of ability, but because of lack of control. Control of words, control of impulses, control of reactions. And all of that begins with silence. There is a huge difference between seeming intelligent and being intelligent. Those who talk too much usually want to seem. Those who observe learn. Silence transforms you into someone who sees beyond. You start noticing patterns, behaviors, opportunities. While others are busy talking, you are understanding the game. And that changes everything. Because wealth is not just about working hard. It's about making the right decisions. Seeing what others don't see. Acting at the right moment. And that doesn't come from noise. It comes from observation. It comes from silence. There's something few people understand. Silence communicates strength. A person who speaks little, but acts a lot, naturally earns respect. Not because they demand it, but because they demonstrate control. And control is power. Now think, would you trust more someone who talks all the time, or someone who observes, acts, and delivers results? The answer is obvious. Discipline is born in silence. Because when you stop seeking attention, you start seeking growth. And when you focus on growth, results appear. And when results appear, respect follows. Without effort, without explanation, without needing to prove anything. If you want to escape poverty, stop making noise. Stop announcing. Stop justifying. Stop explaining your life to people who build nothing. Start acting. In silence, with discipline, with consistency. Because in the end, it's not what you say that changes your life. It's what you do when no one is watching. While many talk, some build. While many complain, some evolve. While many seek attention, some build freedom. The difference between these groups is not luck, it's behavior. And one of the most powerful behaviors is silence. So starting today, speak less, observe more, act with precision, and let your results make the noise for you.